Sorry, Simon. Sorry, Simon. Sorry, Simon. We're all good. We're all good. We're all good. Don't even worry about none of that. Don't even worry about none of that, Shaz. We're all good. Can make anything happen here. Nice job, Spikes. Nice job. Uh-oh, what's happening there? What's happening? Oh! That was definitely a shitty move. You have that back. Take it back. Yeah, you don't have to bump me, bro. Just take it back. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Gran Turismo World Series race recap video. Actually, the very last one of the 2025 Manufacturers Cup, round 6 here. And guys, if you've been watching over the past couple weeks, you already know it's been an incredibly tough cup for us. Not only has the competition been incredibly fierce, incredibly violent, but every combination that's been thrown at us so far has been pretty grueling in my opinion, and we got another pretty tough race here, actually a really chunky one at Suzuka. 20 laps around Suzuka on medium tires and softs. We're starting on the mediums here. Our plan is to go a 12 and 8, and we really wanted to push hard on our soft tires, especially around the S's here in the middle sectors of the track. I felt like we were really going to be able to gain some time there, but as we're going to see real quick, things did not go to plan. I don't know if you guys can notice, but getting a lot of pressure already from Jay Vargas behind us, and he is in that #1 car, so you can tell he's itching to make up a couple of spots, looking like he qualified a little far back here, and already P7 Stratus kind of causing a little bit of a traffic jam. And I don't know what happens to us here. I don't know if our tires are just cold. I don't know if we got a little too much of the curb, but definitely the pressure got to us. Having a big moment there and actually almost shoving Simon completely off of the track as we rejoin like a complete moron. But honestly, not the biggest deal in the world. Obviously, it's still lap 1, still very early in the race, and you could see big line of cars up in front. We're gonna have time to catch up as long as we don't do anything like that again. And actually, we will be catching up at the start of lap 2 here. You can see Stephen A. Menace pulling a really aggressive move on Pikes there. Really clean, I think, but just kind of a last-minute overtake. Actually pretty crazy. As we got Nepos, the Nepos, also having a similar moment to us. Just looked like no one really touched him, nothing happening, just a little lack of focus there, a little too much pressure. And he's having a little spin, so already next lap we are gaining some spots back. We're in a P14 now with 4 spots ahead of us. And after our little mishap, a P10 was my goal, and I felt like it was still pretty attainable at this point. Coming up to the start of lap 3, Pikes is going to have a great run on Stephen A. Menace here, and actually he looks like he's going to try to kind of pull the same move that got pulled on him last lap, as Pikes is going to dive towards the inside, try to make a move. And a little bit of contact here. When I was originally driving this race, I was convinced that Pikes had to push the pass, but as I'm watching this replay, I think it's pretty clear that Stephen was very possibly being actually a menace and cutting over into that corner a little bit over Pikes. But either way, it doesn't matter. Us able to take advantage of another mistake out there, so up another position. If we can get 1 spot every lap, we're looking pretty good. But unfortunately, over the next 5 or 6 laps, we would kind of end up in this lull that tends to happen in these Manufacturers Cup races. Kind of catching up to Pikes in certain areas, especially that chicane right there. We were really making up some good time on him, but really just losing it on the straights and at other parts of the track. You can see here again through the chicane, really able to gain some time on him. And this would continue until he pulls into the pits at lap 8. And at this point in time, again, I don't have any information in the VR headset. I thought lap 8 was pretty early for him. I thought for sure he was on the soft tires, but you could see in the replay he was very much on the mediums. As we are picking it up on lap 9 here, some contact between Simon and Diego. Not really sure what happened there, but Simon going off. Just very glad that it wasn't us that whipped him off the track. Looks like it was somebody else. We could have ended his race far earlier when we rejoined, so. And right on schedule, we would be entering the pits on lap 12. We're going to ditch these medium tires and put our softs on. It's finally time to start pushing a little bit out there. And at this point in the race, we're in a P10. I actually felt like I spent 1 lap extra on the medium tires specifically so we could push harder on the softs. Right here, really trying to get in front of these 2 guys behind us because I do not want to be battling them at all. So we're successful in that. And right here, all we have to do is survive 8 more laps, which truly, honestly, in the deepest depths of my heart, I really thought was going to be no issue for us. And I don't think it's a Lexus thing either. I think we drove this track way too hard on the soft tires. As you guys are going to see by around lap 17, 18, our tires really start taking a dive on us. Here we are picking it up on lap 17. And it's just really unfortunate, the timing of all this, because right when the tires started to die is right when we finally caught up to Diego in P9, as well as this greater train of cars in front of us. And coming into this corner here, we do give a little dab of the brakes, trying to deal with that tire wear as well as the dirty air from Diego. And it's just going to allow Dimebag behind us to have the perfect opportunity to overtake us. And now look at these exit speeds between us and this GTR. And I don't think that's a GTR thing. I think that Dimebag just did a much better job at nursing his tires compared to us. But either way, we're going to have a great run on him at the start of lap 18 here. And I'm really trying to push him towards that inside part of the track and not move my car. Really hoping he's maybe going to take a poor line and maybe slingshot himself off the track, which looks like he almost kind of does, but he just handles it really well. And again, look at these exit speeds coming into the S's here. Again, I think that's really a tire wear thing, and he's just pulling away from us. There's not really going to be much that we can do to catch up. So at this point, I'm just trying to survive until the end of the race, because you can see here this front right tire wear is really starting to get bad. Coming into this corner, Dimebag is going to make an amazing move, what I think is an amazing move on Diego. There possibly maybe was the tiniest little touch there, but all in all, I felt like that was a really, really good move by Dimebag, and I'm not so sure Diego was really appreciative of it, because we're going to see a little bit more bumping and shoving up here. Now, guys, this was the last time slot of the last race of the Cup, so everyone's going to be doing everything they can to get some points, and I thought maybe we were getting someone who was desperate here. Maybe we were going to have 2 cars going off the track, but nothing really happening there for us. But in all of that chaos, it is going to allow us to catch up to this, who was this guy in front of us here? I can't remember his name now. Diego. But anyway, we got a great run on him coming up on the final lap here. I'm going to try to kind of pull the same thing that I did on Dimebag, but you're going to see I'm just not far enough alongside him, and just a really easy defense from Diego. And actually, I'm kind of surprised that we're able to keep up with him at this point. I think maybe his tires might be pretty shot too. Coming through these S's, it looks like we're both kind of struggling a little bit through here. And but we're running out of time at this point to kind of reach our goal of a top 10, and I'm not very confident right now that it's going to happen. But we are going to have one more opportunity coming up here at the last about 30 seconds of the race. This is going to be a dive bomb. I think this is a pretty big dive bomb. I wasn't happy with it in the race. Now that I'm looking back at it, it doesn't really look all too egregious, but I definitely didn't want to end the race on that note. Decided to give the position back to Diego, and actually kind of looks like Diego might have given me a little side swipe there to let me know, hey man, don't bump into me like that. And with that, the official 2025 Manufacturers Cup has come to a close. And I know we didn't have the greatest races out there for every race, but I just want to say thank you to everybody that was there during the live streams, because I had a fucking blast racing with you guys. It doesn't matter what position we're in. I freaking love hanging out with you guys, and I am so stoked to hit this Nations Cup in a couple days. So I hope to see you guys there. Real quick, we could talk about rankings for this. We were ranked 19th Lexus in all of the North America drivers, and the 8th ranked Lexus in the United States, as well as the 202nd ranked driver out of all the manufacturers in North America. So hopefully next year we will be set up to do a little bit better. Hopefully we'll do a little bit better in this Nations Cup. And again, just want to say thank you guys if you made it this far in the video. Thank you guys for being there with me during the races. I hope you guys all had a great Manufacturers Cup. I hope you have a great Nations Cup. And until next time, guys, I love you all. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Stay safe out there. I will catch you in the freaking Nations Cup. Stoosman, out.